One of the you're looking at me like I came from Mars. The backup quarterback who was the national championship quarterback,
Cardell Jones.
Yes, said he doesn't think it will work to play two quarterbacks.
Right.
Do you agree with him or disagree with him?
Yeah, I don't like revolving doors for the quarterback. No, not at all. We've talked about this forever, and I mean, it's become a cliche. If you have two starting quarterbacks, you really don't have any.
But you're wrong. They do have two great starting quarterbacks.
Yeah, but
let's ask Howard.
Are you going to rotate them?
Like closer to it. I think if you got two guns in your, there's a reason why Cowboys had two guns, because they used both of them because they were both great guns. Howard, did you hear my question?
Well, I didn't, but I think you're asking about Ohio State quarterback situation.
Yeah, Cordell said that he said you can't play two quarterbacks, and Les tends to agree with him, I guess.
Well, we watched the Broncos one year try to play with two quarterbacks, and that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, but those are two lousy quarterbacks, though. We're talking about two All-American quarterbacks here. I can't convince you guys that you can't use both these guys in a game.
You know what? I think it's hard to do. I think they're going to make a decision. They're going to go with one of these guys, and the other one's going to have to look over the shoulder. And if it's a good situation and they're playing well, they're going to stay in and have a hot hand. And you look at J.T. Barrett, to me, although he wasn't there for the 3-game run, when you look at his body of work over the season, he's seen more defenses, he's seen more schemes, he's really moved that team along. And I thought that the passing game was more involved with him at quarterback, but you can't deny that Jones has a lot of upside when you think about it. He can throw the deep ball very well. He's got talented receivers. And you get a guy that's 250 pounds running downhill at you, he's not going to be easy to tackle.
It's hard to keep two guys happy, isn't it, Howard? And if the two quarterbacks aren't happy, players tend to choose camps, don't they?
They already made their choice. You got to believe that. They're going to, and that's just the nature of the game. There's going to be guys that you're more familiar with, that you may practice with, that you're running in that second group of wide receivers that you're more comfortable with. But I think these are two guys that obviously want the best for the team. But I'd say this: you can only need to look at, back when SC really had things rolling with Pete Carroll. He would bring All-American after All-American in, and guys would just buy their time. And what it did is ultimately made the team a much better team. And I know we talk about the depth of the quarterback position, but that's kind of how they are at every position. Talk about having an embarrassment of riches. This is a great football team, and I think the talent gap, although I talk about Michigan State being probably the second best, it's still a gap in talent from top to bottom on the roster.